From towering monuments to ingrained concepts of individual freedom, the symbols of the United States are universally recognized. For much of the world, Lady Liberty is the primary emblem of the American ideal. That influence pushes far beyond physical monuments, from the cinematic dominance of Hollywood to the aerospace innovations that planted a flag on the lunar surface. The nation maintains an overwhelming presence in global entertainment and scientific research. But how did a collection of 13 coastal colonies grow into the third largest nation on Earth by both landmass and population? To understand that expansion, we can break the country down into four structural engines: its geography, its governance, its economy, and its culture. The world's most powerful economy and military are built on a specific system. To see how it works, we have to look past the cinematic glow of Hollywood and examine the actual hardware and operating systems running beneath the surface. The physical footprint of the United States offers immediate strategic advantages. The landmass is buffered by the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, and it shares an 8,800-kilometer boundary with Canada, the longest international border on the planet. This massive territory spans 8 distinct geographic regions, creating extreme climatic diversity. Within its borders, you find the Arctic freeze of Alaska's Denali Peak, the humid tropical swamps of Florida, and the scorching floor of Death Valley. Waterways like the massive Great Lakes, alongside the Missouri and Mississippi rivers, function as vital internal arteries. They divide the eastern and western halves of the country, while supplying fresh water and transport routes for both agriculture and industry. This specific combination of oceanic isolation and immense built-in resource density provides the United States with a physical environment capable of sustaining itself. The political framework running on top of this geography traces back to July 4, 1776, when those 13 British colonies formally broke away from colonial rule to declare independence. They established a dual-tiered federal system. A central government handles defense and macroeconomics, while a significant portion of governance is delegated to 50 highly autonomous state governments. The cultural mindset driving this system relies heavily on individualism. Citizens place enormous value on self-dependence and the ingrained belief that every person has the right to pursue their own version of success. The result is a structure where 50 autonomous states operate their own laws, while the central government maintains cohesive defense and economic footprints. Financially, the country operates on a mixed economy. It balances an aggressive capitalist private sector with government management of infrastructure, education, and national regulations. This engine produces the highest gross domestic product globally, driven by global technological leadership and research from top-tier academic institutions. The output is also secured by the international reliance on the US dollar as a global reserve currency. But this financial model contains systemic challenges. While sectors like healthcare produce highly specialized treatments and innovations, the resulting care remains exceptionally costly and isn't accessible to everyone. The American economic model prioritizes high-yield innovation and rapid growth, though that speed often results in the systemic costs and accessibility hurdles seen in sectors like healthcare. Demographically, the country has no single official language. While English is the most widely spoken, the population is an intense mix of varied global ethnicities, languages, and religious beliefs existing side by side. This high concentration of diversity generates highly regionalized cultural expressions, like massive local festivals. Unique styles of music and distinct local foods pull in heavy global participation year after year. The nation also moved to protect its natural landscape early in its history. By establishing sites like Yellowstone, it created the world's first national park system to preserve its massive biodiversity. Ultimately, the nation's most potent global export takes the form of a compelling cultural narrative, one that continually attracts international tourism and migrating global talent. The complex mechanics of this country are visualized directly on the Great Seal of the United States. The bald eagle clutches an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, representing a deliberate balance between peace and military strength. The banner in its beak reads E pluribus unum, out of many, one. It is the defining concept for a population spread across 50 states, 6 distinct time zones, and countless cultural backgrounds. The 13 stripes on the shield and the 13 stars above the eagle offer a permanent historical reminder of those original, fragmented colonies choosing to unify. If you plan to engage with this ecosystem yourself, timing and customs matter. The peak travel window runs from March through August, and while you are there, remember that service workers rely on tipping, and locals place a high premium on personal space. A superpower requires massive land area and deep financial reserves, but its defining strength lies in its structural ability to synthesize extreme physical contradictions and intense demographic diversity into one forward-moving engine.